Hi, this is Megan with the Morphic field. I want to take you guys through an exercise today on subpersonalities. So today I was eating my lunch and I was finished with my lunch. And then I heard this voice. There was a part of me that said, ooh, wouldn't it be great to have a rice cake with some almond butter on it? That would really make me fulfilled right now. And then there was another part of me that was like, ooh, one of those couple extra pounds that you have, that's because you keep doing that. That's because you keep finishing your meal and then adding on an extra dessert, if you will. And then that part of me was like, if you just started your next activity, then you wouldn't be hungry. You're actually not hungry right now. So I was like, wow, there are these two parts of me. I listened to the latter part of me and started the next activity, and I wasn't hungry. I was actually fulfilled, and then I had the sensation of I'm actually kind of full, maybe a little bit stuffed, maybe ate a little bit too much. So I wanted to take a look in the Morphic field to see what these subpersonalities are, and I wanted to give more support to actually to both of them. I wanted to hear this the part of me that's managing and that is the wise one, and that is recognizing when I'm fulfilled. I want to really strengthen her and really be clear on the communication with her. I want to hear her voice because she's very wise. And I want to see what's going on with the subpersonality that's not feeling fulfilled. What's going on there? What are the actual needs there? All right, so we've dropped into the Morphic field, and we're going to do a tabletop constellation. And I've got my pen and my post-it notes. So I'm going to write on this first one. I'm going to write me, who is feeling hungry after eating meals. I'm just describing the sensation that I just told you about. She's feeling unfulfilled. Totally spelled that wrong. Unfulfilled. She wants more. She's feeling anxious. And then always we're going to put an arrow as to where she's facing. And I'm going to place her in the field, okay? And again, we just do this intuitively. And there's no wrong answer here. Okay, I'm going to place her right there. Then I'm just going to take a few moments to channel the energy there. All right, this next part is me. The experience is wise. Feels my body, sensations. So this part of me knows when I'm full. It's actually, it tells me, it has like foresight. Tells me, hey, like talks me through it. If you just go ahead and start your next activity, you're not going to feel hungry. Talks me through it. And then I'm going to put the arrow for where I'm facing. And then when you're putting your representatives into the Morphic field, you're going to, again, intuit. So I'm going to feel into where this subpersonality is in relation to the other subpersonality. And actually, I feel like they're looking at each other. There's no right answer here. Just feel into it, and they could move themselves. So we'll see what happens here. And then I'm going to put my hand, the subpersonality, to channel the energy. Okay. And I'm going to feel into, I'm going to start to channel what she's feeling, what she's thinking, how she is in relation to the subpersonality. I'm going to keep getting more information. So as I'm dropping into the Morphic field is transferring this information to me. She feels older. I almost get the sense of ethereal, definitely wise, wisdom. There's like this angel, I feel like there's like angel energy. This could be like a higher self talking. Definitely has perspective. Like I have this sensation of side of a circle. So having perspective, being able to see the whole picture. And I want to see how this subpersonality feels about this one. So let me feel into that. She feels like she's she's a caretaker of this one. And there's this love, there's like this gentleness to this one. I also get the sensation that she's really trying to communicate to this one the best way she can. And I don't know if this one can hear it, all of it. This one feels very young through the eyes of this one. Through the eyes of the wise. I'm going to call this one higher self. And that feels higher self, and it feels like she's a wise higher self. Yeah, those words together. Definitely a helper. Okay, so now I'm going to put my hand on me, who is feeling hungry after eating meals, unfulfilled once more, is anxious. So let's see what this subpersonality is. Immediately I get the sense of being young. Okay. I've done some subpersonality work in the Morphic field. This is my 3-4-year-old unfulfilled little angel. She's really young. She's really young. She has a young mind. And she wants, and she needs. And she doesn't exactly know what that is. She wants and she needs. Again, doesn't have the perspective because she's super young. I'm actually feeling young in my body. And again, when you guys are channeling in the Morphic field, you're going to, to take on the physical attributes. I'm actually shrinking in my chair. I feel really young. I'm thinking her thoughts. So they're very simplistic thoughts and sensations. And the feeling is, I do feel that anxiousness, fulfilling or wanting to fulfill my needs, and just make it feel better, make it feel better, almost like a child crying. Just make it feel better. Crying now. Just want to fulfill it now. Which makes sense, right? That's the sensation that I was having after my lunch. Just I want to fulfill it now. I want to fill it now. I need to feel better. I need to give me something now immediately now. That's definitely sensation. Okay, so we're kind of clear on the subpersonalities. Now, let's go back to wise. This is me, wise, feels my body sensations, knows when I'm full. Foresight and talking me through it. Now this feels like my higher self, subpersonality. So let's ask the higher self subpersonality if she has anything she wants to say to 3-4-year-old me. Okay, there's an I am here for you. There is a sensation that she wants to come closer and hold her. So we're going to come closer. We will feel into how she feels about that. So there's this sensation of embracing her, like I'm taking care of you. I am here for you. I am holding you. It's okay. I am here for you. I just laughed because there was this like, it's okay, you know, I'm here for you. It's gonna be all right. It is all right. You're okay. There's nothing wrong here. I'm holding you. Does this feel good? This feels good. Yeah, I'm here for you, babe. Okay, so let's see how this one is reacting. So me as a 3-4-year-old, unfulfilled 3-4-year-old. We're gonna call her 3-4-year-old Megan. So how is she responding to that? Okay, so she's taken the embrace. So sometimes a subpersonality, that's why you always check in, will not want that embrace, or will have a reaction. Subpersonalities have their own personalities, and she possibly could have rejected the higher selves coming to and embracing. I actually have the sensation that she's melting in the arms of the higher self, of my higher self. And feels loved, feels nurtured, feels taken care of. Wow, that feels really good. I'd like completely melting into this. Okay, so she feels like her needs are being met. As a facilitator, I'm just going to ask myself, this communication, so I think that the higher self she'd been wanting to communicate to hear, and remember earlier she felt frustrated, like as though this message wasn't completely being received by her, because she's a young girl. She's 3-4 years old. Again, remember when we have parts of ourselves split during traumatic times in our lives, and they remain at that age. So she remains a 3-4-year-old. So that's who we're managing right now, is this 3-4-year-old, the precious little angel who, again, is hungry and was not getting her needs met. So I think the message that she received the message that she is loved and taken care of and supported. Let me see if there's anything else here. So I want to see, let me go back here. I want to see if there's any clear communication that my 4-year-old, if there's anything else. All right, so she's just suggesting. I just put that question out there, and the higher self answered it. She's basically saying, I will be louder in my communication to her. I will be clearer and louder in my communication to her. This is what we wanted. This was our intention. Remember when I said earlier about strengthening her? So she's acknowledging she's going to be louder and clearer. So now, I have this understanding that now that I see this, now that we just did this morphic field, now I know who is giving me this message, like, hey, body's full, enough nutrients, we're ready to do the next thing. Now I know who's speaking this, and now I can hear her. Before it was like, okay, there's this part of me that's like, I don't know, am I unfulfilled? Did I eat enough? But maybe so now I know who's speaking, I can actually listen to this voice and go, yeah, I am full, and I'm ready to do the next thing. One more thing, I'm going to just see what else 3-4-year-old me is feeling, is thinking. So she's good. She feels like she's in a chair of love, being embraced by a chair of love. All right, guys, so we're going to leave it here. And then again, that was a mini snapshot constellation where we looked at 2 of our subpersonalities based on sensations that we had. Easy way of figuring out who your subpersonalities are by what you're experiencing, and then uncovering them in the morphic field and having a dialogue such that each of your subpersonalities is being heard, their needs are being discovered, their needs are being met, and you feel supported. So now I have this in me. These guys are integrated. This communication is solid, and let's see what happens.